What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, April 23rd, 2018, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Tim Bergling, the Swedish disc jockey and music producer, performed as Avicii, died Friday in Oman. His representative confirmed he was 28. The spokesperson said in a statement, "It is with profound sorrow that we announce the loss of Tim Bergling, also known as Avicii. He was found dead in Muscat, Oman this Friday afternoon local time, April 20th. The family is devastated, and we ask everyone to please respect their need for privacy in this difficult time. No further statements will be given." The cause of his death was not immediately disclosed. People magazine said that the artist announced in early 2016 that he no longer intended to tour because he had been suffering from acute pancreatitis, which caused him to have his gallbladder and appendix removed. He said at the time, "I will, however, never let go of music. I will continue to speak to my fans through it, but I've decided this 2016 run will be my last tour and last shows. Let's make them go out with a bang. One part of me can never say never. I could be back, but I won't be back." He is best known for his work on such hit songs as Sunshine, Levels, Wake Me Up, and Hey Brother. Bergling was 28. Austin Powers and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone actor Verne Troyer died Saturday at the age of 49. A statement on his Instagram post read, "It is with great sadness and incredibly heavy hearts to write that Verne passed away today. Verne was an extremely caring individual. He wanted to make everyone smile, be happy, and laugh. Anybody in need, he would help to any extent possible. Verne hoped he made a positive change with the platform he had and worked towards to spread that message every day. He inspired people around the world with his drive, determination, and attitude on film and television sets, commercial shoots, at Comic-Cons, and personal appearances to his own YouTube videos. He was there to show everyone what he was capable of doing. Even though his stature was small and his parents often wonder if he'd be able to reach up and open doors on his own in his life, he wanted to open more doors for himself and others that anyone could have imagined. He also touched more people's hearts than he will ever know." No cause of death was disclosed, but the social media post alluded to battles the Michigan native fought and how, quote, "unfortunately this time was too much." Troyer was also baptized while surrounded by his family during his most recent crisis. The statement read that a family appreciates that they have this time to grieve privately. Depression and suicide are very serious issues. You never know what kind of battle someone is going through inside. Be kind to one another and always know it's never too late to reach out to someone for help. Troyer's loved ones request well-wishers to make donations in his name to the Starkey Hearing Foundation or Best Buddies in lieu of flowers. TMZ reported the actor had struggled with alcoholism for years and was hospitalized this month after someone called police and said Troyer was intoxicated and suicidal. Troyer, who was born with the genetic disorder known as achondroplasia dwarfism, also appeared on the docuseries The Surreal Life and in films Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, The Love Guru, and Imaginarium of Dr. Paneris. Troyer was 49. It star Sophia Lillis is to play the titular teen sleuth in a film adaptation of the mystery novel Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase. Deadline.com reported the casting news Friday and said production is scheduled to begin soon. Ellen DeGeneres, Jeff Kleeman, Chip Dickens, and Wendy Williams are among the mystery movie's producers. Variety said that the book by Mildred Wirt Benson, penned under the pseudonym Carolyn Keene, was first published in 1930 and was adapted by Warner Bros. As a film in 1939 starring Bonita Granville. The Nancy Drew series of novels also inspired the 2007 movie Nancy Drew, with Emma Roberts playing the lead. Lillis, who's 16, will also be seen in HBO's 8-episode drama Sharp Objects. ABC has announced it's ordered more episodes of its medical drama Grey's Anatomy to air in the 2018-2019 television season. The show's Twitter account said Saturday, Grey's Anatomy is officially coming back for season 15. The series follows staffers at the fictional Seattle Grace Hospital. It stars Ellen Pompeo as Meredith Grey, Justin Chambers as Alex Karoff, Chandra Wilson as Miranda Bailey, James Pickens Jr. as Richard Weber, Kevin McKidd as Owen Hunt, Jessica Capshaw as Arizona Robbins, Jesse Williams as Jackson Avery, Sarah Drew as April Kepner, Katerina Crisconi as Amelia Shepard, Camila Ludington as Joe Wilson, Kelly McCreary as Maggie Pierce, and Giacomo Giannotti as Andrew DeLuca. Longtime cast members Cowshaw and Drew announced last month they would leave the show during its current 14th season. Starz announced it has canceled its horror comedy series Ash vs. Evil Dead after 3 seasons. The show's star Bruce Campbell tweeted Friday, Ash vs. Evil Dead has been the ride of a lifetime. Ash Williams was the role of a lifetime. I will always be grateful to stars Sam Raimi, Rob Tappert, and our tireless fans for the opportunity to revisit the franchise that launched our careers. Thank you. Campbell collaborated with filmmakers Raimi and Tappert on 3 Evil Dead movies dating back to 1981, in addition to a television series. The franchise features Campbell as Ash, a chainsaw-handed, demon-hunting everyman from Michigan. Helping him save the world on the small screen were Kelly and Pablo, played by Dana De Lorenzo and Ray Santiago. Lucy Lawless also co-starred as the team's powerful foe, Ruby. Ash vs. Evil Dead has been a long ride of a lifetime. Ash Williams was the role of lifetime, he said in a tweet. The Americans and The Walking Dead alum Noah Emmerich is set to co-star with Sacha Baron Cohen in the 6-part drama The Spy. Gideon Raff is writing and directing the Netflix project, which follows Eli Cohen, an agent for Israel in Syria during the 1960s. Emmerich, whose credits also include Beautiful Girls, The Truman Show, and Little Children, will play Del Pegleg, a charming, rampant, and brilliant Mossad trainer. News release says he is wise, wary, and stubborn, and has a tendency to blur the boundaries between the personal and the professional. He has conflicted feelings about Eli and is tormented by a mistake he made in the past. Talk show host Jimmy Kimmel celebrated his son's first birthday on social media this weekend. He tweeted Saturday, a year ago today, God gave us this tough little boy. Thanks. Today we thank the nurses and doctors at Cedars-Sinai and at Children's LA who saved his life and those who shared thoughts and prayers. We cannot stay quiet. Please wish Billy happy birthday by registering to vote. The message accompanied a photo of him, of his toddler sitting in a high chair, smiling and wearing a bow tie, checked button-down shirt, and party hat. Kimmel has spoken candidly about surgeries his youngest child has undergone to treat a congenital heart condition. The experience has inspired him to vocally support better health care coverage for financially struggling families. Kimmel married Molly McNeary in 2013, and they're also parents of a 3-year-old girl. Kimmel has 2 adult children from a previous marriage. Natalie Portman will no longer be traveling to Israel to accept the Genesis Prize, a prestigious award given to those dedicated to the Jewish community and Jewish values. Representative for Portman says in a statement, recent events in Israel have been extremely distressing for her, and she does not feel comfortable participating in any public events in Israel. She cannot in good conscience move forward with the ceremony. The actress was set to receive the Genesis Prize at a ceremony in Jerusalem on June 28th. Portman was announced as the honoree in November. Previous Genesis Prize winners included actor Michael Douglas and musician Itzhak Perlman. The Genesis Prize Foundation says Ms. Portman is a highly accomplished actress, a committed social activist, and a wonderful human being. The staff of the foundation enjoyed getting to know her over the past 6 months, admires her humanity, and respects her right to publicly disagree with the policies of the government of Israel. They continue, however, we are very saddened that she has decided not to attend the Genesis Prize ceremony in Jerusalem for political reasons. We fear that Ms. Portman's decision will cause our philanthropic initiative to be politicized, something we have worked hard for the past 5 years to avoid. Portman, who was born in Jerusalem, criticized Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during an interview with The Hollywood Reporter in 2015. She says, I'm very much against Netanyahu, I'm very, very upset and disappointed that he was reelected. The Kardashians are closing the doors of their Dash stores. Kim Kardashian made the bittersweet announcement on her website that she and sisters Kourtney and Khloe Kardashian will permanently shut down the bouquets. Kim wrote, after nearly 12 years, my sisters and I have decided to close the doors of our Dash stores. We opened our first store as a family in 2006, and since then we have made so many lifelong memories. She explained, we love running Dash, but in the last few years we've all grown so much individually. We have been busy running our own brands as well as being moms and balancing work with our families. We know in our hearts that it's time to move on. The Kardashians have Dash locations in Los Angeles, Miami Beach, Florida, and New York. The store sells clothing and accessories, including a Dash brand line of products. Kim said, "We have to give a special thanks to the Dash employees and all the incredible fans and customers who supported us throughout the years. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you to everyone." The announcement follows the birth of Khloe's first daughter, True, with Tristan Thompson on February 12th. Kim welcomed her third child, daughter Chicago West, with Kanye West in January. TMZ reported Friday that Kim plans to launch her own intimates and shapewear lines this year. Sources said the television personality is teaming with the same company behind Khloe's Good American clothing line. Kerry Washington said goodbye to Scandal on Instagram as the drama series aired its final season Thursday after 7 seasons. The actress posted a photo of herself on the set of Scandal laying down inside the show's Oval Office. She said, "This picture was taken when we completed filming our very final scene in the Oval Office set. So many of at Scandal ABC's most iconic scenes happen in that Oval. It has been in many ways the center of our hashtag Scandal universe." She said before she described how other crew members joined her for a photo and how Scandal made television history. Washington says, "I'm filled with endless gratitude for our hashtag Scandal family, our glorious cast and crew, and our community of hashtag gladiators. Together, we have changed history, transformed television, and illuminated each other's lives, and thank you for watching and tweeting and being with us." Washington's next television project follows Scandal will be Hulu's Little Fires Everywhere, a limited series she is producing and starring alongside Reese Witherspoon. The show is based on the Celeste Ng novel of the same name. Anna Faris says she has a great friendship with ex-husband Chris Pratt. The 41-year-old actress discussed her relationship with Pratt on Thursday's episode of the Sirius XM radio show Hits 1 in Hollywood after the actor said divorce sucks in a new interview. She says, "We have a great friendship, we really do, and we always have. It's always tough to envision your future as one thing, but I think there's a lot of love. And what we do, there's so much unpredictability." Faris is reportedly dating cinematographer Michael Barrett, but plans to keep relationships out of the public eye in the wake of her divorce. She says, "I think it's a lesson learned a little bit in terms of keeping relationships a little more private, potentially, even though I pride myself on being a pretty open person. But I don't know. It's tough when you're under the scrutiny." Faris and Pratt, who share 5-year-old Jack, split in August after 8 years of marriage. Pratt broke his silence on their divorce in the April 27th issue of Entertainment Weekly. The 38-year-old actor said, "Divorce sucks, but at the end of the day, we got a great kid who's got 2 parents who love him very much, and we still remain friends and still be kind to one another." He said of himself and Faris, "It's not ideal, but yeah, I think both of us are actually probably doing better." Disobedient star Rachel Weisz has announced that she and her husband, actor Daniel Craig, are expecting their first child together. The 48-year-old actress told the New York Times, "I'll be showing soon. Daniel and I are so happy. We're going to have a little human. We can't wait to meet him or her. It's such a all mystery." Weisz has been married to the 50-year-old James Bond actor since 2011, the New York Post says. The actress has an 11-year-old son named Henry with her ex-boyfriend, director Darren Aronofsky. And Craig has a 25-year-old daughter called Ella with his ex-wife, actress Fiona Lawton. How to Get Away with Murder star Karla Souza is a first-time mom. The 32-year-old actress introduced daughter Gina in an Instagram post after welcoming the infant with husband Marshall Trinkman. She teased before sharing a photo of herself with Gina, "So I have something to share with you guys." She captioned the picture, "God bless us all." Souza said in a series of posts on Instagram stories that the last 9 months have been nothing short of a miracle. The star wrote, "We welcomed our healthy baby girl Gina, and we couldn't feel more blessed in this moment." Souza kept the entirety of her pregnancy secret, although Us Weekly reported fans suspected the actress was expecting after she was spotted covering her stomach while filming. Souza and Trinkman married in May 2014. Souza plays Laurel Castillo on How to Get Away with Murder, which completed a 4th season on ABC in March. The series co-stars Viola Davis, Billy Brown, Jack Fahaley, and Asia Naomi King. Bette Midler is returning to her Tony-winning role in Hello, Dolly on Broadway this summer. Playbill says she's expected to resume playing matchmaker Dolly Gallagher-Levy on July 17th and will stay with the musical through its anticipated closing date of August 25th. Also returning to the revival of Midler's co-star David Hyde Pierce and Gavin Creel, who plays Horace Vandergelder and Cornelius Hackle, the New York Times said. Bernadette Peters has been playing the part of Dolly since January 20th when Midler left. Peters' final performance will be July 15th. Victor Garber and Santino Fontana are now playing Horace and Cornelius, but will bow out when Pierce and Creel return. The show opened April 20th, 2017. Adam Levine and his pop rock band Maroon 5 are scheduled to perform their song Wait on Tuesday's edition of NBC's The Voice. The song is from the Grammy winner's sixth studio album Red Pill Blues. Levine, who is a coach of the NBC on the NBC singing competition series The Voice, along with Kelly Clarkson, Alicia Keys, and Levine himself. Maroon 5's songs include One More Night, Moves Like Jagger, Animals, and Sugar. Kanye West took to Twitter to announce he will release 2 albums in June, including a collaboration with Kid Cudi. West said the first album will contain 7 songs and will be released June 1st. 1 week later, on June 8th, West plans to release an album with Cudi under the group name Kids See Ghosts. Kim Kardashian later took to Twitter herself to hype up her husband's upcoming album. She wrote, Kanye and Cudi album might actually be my favorite. West and Cudi have been longtime collaborators. As Pitchfork points out, Cudi has worked on West's last 5 albums, beginning with 808s and Heartbreak in 2008. And Cudi's first 2 albums were made on West's GOOD music label. West has been busy lately. In addition to working on the 2 albums, he told The Hollywood Reporter that he's working on a philosophy book. West says, I'm writing a philosophy book right now called Break the Stimulation, and I've got this philosophy, or let's say it's just a concept because sometimes philosophy sounds too heavy-handed. I've got a concept about photographs, and I'm on the fence about photographs, about human beings being obsessed with photographs because it takes you out of the new and now and transports you into the past and transports you into the future. It can be used to document, but a lot of times it overtakes people. Music icon Roberta Flack was taken to the hospital after falling ill at a benefit concert at the Apollo Theater in New York Friday night. The Grammy winner's representative told People.com she suffered a stroke a few years ago. She didn't feel well, so it was best to take her to the hospital. She's doing fine, but is being kept overnight for observation. The 81-year-old singer, Killing Me Softly, known for songs such as Killing Me Softly with his song, and The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, was at an event to perform and accept a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Jazz Foundation of America. However, TMZ says that Flack's medical emergency forced her to cut her performance short. She walked off the stage on her own, but took an ambulance at a Harlem hospital to seek treatment. Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy is number 1 on the U.S. album charts. Coming in at number 2 on the Billboard 200 album charts are 30 Seconds to Mars America, followed by The Weeknd, My Dearest Melancholy at number 3, The Greatest Showman soundtrack at number 4, and XXXTentacion's Question Mark at number 5. Rounding up the top tier are the Migos' Culture 2 at number 6, Black Panther, the album, music from and inspired by at number 7, Rich the Kid's The World Is Yours at number 8, Post Malone's Stoney at number 9, and Lil Xan with Total Anarchy at number 10. The suspense thriller A Quiet Place is number 1 at the North American box office, earning $22 million in receipts. BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. Coming in at number 2 is Rampage with $21 million, followed by I Feel Pretty at number 3 with $16.2 million. Super Troopers number 2 at number 4 with $14.7 million, and Truth for Dare at number 5 with $7.9 million. Rounding up the top tier are Ready Player One at number 6 with $7.5 million, Blockers at number 7 with $7 million, Black Panther at number 8 with $4.6 million, Traffic at number 9 with $3.9 million, and Isle of Dogs at number 10 with $3.4 million. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1961, Judy Garland plays Carnegie Hall. She was one of the biggest and most popular movie stars of all time, making her first film appearance at the age of 7 and earning the first of 3 Oscar nominations at 17 for her starring role in what may well be the best-loved American movie of all time, The Wizard of Oz. She was also a prolific recording star, selling millions of records and winning 5 Grammy Awards in a single year nearly 3 decades after starring out as one of the youngest performers ever signed to a major record label. These accomplishments alone would be enough to impress anyone who was somehow unfamiliar with her work, but to experience Judy Garland's full power, as PBS series American Masters puts it, one had to be in the auditorium when she brought her God-given gifts to bear on a suddenly unified collection of strangers. Never did Judy Garland so unify a collection of strangers than on this date in 1961 during the famous Carnegie Hall performance, often called the greatest night in showbiz history. The raucous standing ovation that greeted Judy Garland when she took the stage that night at Carnegie Hall set the tone for the evening that followed. Louis Funk for the New York Times wrote, They were on their feet even before the goddess grabbed the microphone. And then she sang, Let It Be Reported, and she hasn't in years. She sang 27 numbers in front of the rapturous crowd that night and was frequently interrupted by extended ovations. Was it merely the quality of Garland's performance that night that earned her such an incredible reception? Perhaps it was, but it is also fair to note that the concert took place on the one night a week that Broadway performers have off, Sunday night, and that the audience was therefore, to say the least, a friendly one. Judy Garland's performance on this night in 1961 was captured on a live recording that would go on to spend 95 weeks on the U.S. album charts, including 13 weeks at number 1, and sweep the 1962 Grammys. But the experience of seeing it lively was clearly something else entirely. Frank Ashton for the New York World Telegram says, "She'll be back in May. Try to get tickets. Just try. This kid is still a killer." Also on this date in 1986, the director, producer, and character actor Otto Preminger dies at the age of 80. Preminger, a Jew who fled Austria before World War II, more than once played Nazis on stage and screen. As a director, he earned a reputation as an exacting and often tyrannical force on the set, as well as a rebel who challenged film censorship. Born in Vienna, Preminger began producing plays during law school when he finished before he was 20. Law degree in hand, he decided instead to pursue theater, and within a decade he was managed his own theater and had directed his first film, The Great Love. With the rise of Nazism in Germany and the increasingly uncomfortable climate for Jews in his own country, Preminger left Austria for the United States in 1935. That year he directed the play Libel on Broadway. He then moved to Hollywood to begin working in films. Due to a falling out with the 20th Century Fox mogul Darryl Zanuck, Preminger was fired as director of Kidnap in 1938, just a few weeks into filming. Preminger returned to Broadway as an actor and director. In the early 1940s, he cast himself as a Nazi in the hit play Margin for Error. Asked to play the role in the 1943 version produced by 20th Century Fox, he agreed on the condition he could direct as well. Zanuck was off with the Army making documentary films, and no one at Fox objected. Preminger was still around later in the year, directing the noir mystery Laura in 1944 when Zanuck returned. He reportedly allowed Preminger to stay on as director only because an early look at the film led him to believe it would fail. Instead, it became a box office smash and earned Preminger the best reviews of his career. In the 1950s, Preminger promoted the use of widescreen technology with films like Carmen Jones in 1954. Throughout his career, he challenged the repressive Hays Code, which placed strict limitations on the language and content of Hollywood movies. In 1953, Preminger directed the comedy The Moon is Blue, adapted from a screenplay he had also directed. He refused to cut the forbidden words virgin and pregnant. The film was denied by the production code seals of approval and condemned by Catholic Church and conservative groups. Preminger sued some local censorship boards, and the case went up all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, which ruled that the boards could not stop the showing of the film. The Moon is Blue became a box office hit. Preminger broke barriers again in 1955 when he dared to treat the taboo subject of heroin addiction in The Man with the Golden Arm, starring Frank Sinatra. His 1959 hit, Anatomy of a Murder, featured a frank discussion of rape. Taken together, Preminger's films undoubtedly contributed to speeding up the process of revising the restrictive production code standards. Preminger was known to terrorize his actors. His nickname was Otto the Terrible, and a few Hollywood stars probably refused to work with or even speak to him. His private life was also tempestuous. He was married 3 times, and after the famous stripper Gypsy Rose Lee died in 1971, Preminger revealed he was the father of her 26-year-old son, Eric Kirtland, who was then working as the filmmaker's casting director and assistant. Preminger adopted Kirkland, who subsequently changed his name to Eric Lee Preminger. And as your entertainment report for Monday, April 23rd, 2018, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.